Hi friends, this is our 23rd lecture from Barron's 800 high frequency words. Our first word for this lecture is recant. Recant is a verb meaning repudiate or withdraw previous statement. Here it is not repudiate, it is repudiate. Okay, it is repudiate. So repudiate means to refuse to accept or continue with something. So rejecting something is called repudiating, right? Example, he repudiated all offers of friendship. So repudiate means to reject or to state or show that something is not true or correct. That is also called repudiating. So here, apart from recant, we are also discussing about repudiate, right? So example of repudiate is the book repudiates the racist stereotypes about black women. Now coming back to our first word, recant. Recant means to repudiate or withdraw previous statement. So example of a recant is unless you recant your confession, you will be punished severely. So withdrawing from your previous statement or saying that something is not true or rejecting something is called recant. Our next word is recluse. Recluse is a noun meaning hermit. So a hermit or a recluse is a person who isolates himself from the society, right? He normally won't mingle with anyone. A recluse will self-isolate from the society, right? They stay all by alone. Now, the example of a recluse is the recluse lived in a hut in the forest. So recluse is a hermit. A hermit or a recluse means a person who self-isolates himself from the society. Our next word is recondite. It is not a recondite, it is recondite. Recondite is an adjective meaning abstruse or profound, or recondite facts or subjects are not known about or understood by many people, right? So recondite means a very profound subject, right? If a subject is very recondite, that means the subject is very profound, and it is abstruse. Abstruse means not very clear. So that particular subject is only understood by subject experts, right? So recondite facts or subjects are known only to certain people or can be understood only by certain scholars, right? So example of a recondite is he read many recondite books in order to obtain the material for the scholarly thesis. Our next word is redoubtable. Redoubtable is an adjective meaning formidable or causing fear. For example, if your enemy is redoubtable, your enemy is formidable. Formidable means your enemy is very difficult to be defeated, right? A formidable enemy is a person or an enemy who is very difficult to be defeated, right? Someone who is very formidable causes lot of fear. So remember this, redoubtable is synonymous to formidable. Example, during the Cold War period, neighboring countries tried not to offend the Russians because they could be redoubtable foes. Foes means enemies. Our next word is redress. Redress is a noun meaning remedy or compensation. Example, do you mean to tell me that I can get no redress for my injuries? Okay, so redress means a compensation. You should also know the parts of speech of redress. So redress is a noun. Our next word is refactory. Refactory is a noun meaning dining hall or a large room in a school, college, etc. where meals are served and eaten. Example, in this huge refectory, we can feed the entire student body at one sitting. So refectory means a large dining hall. Our next word is refractory. Refractory is an adjective meaning stubborn or unmanageable. Example, the refractory horse was eliminated from the race when he refused to obey the jockey. So a refactory is different from refractory. Okay, so refactory and refractory, these kind of words I segregated into separate playlist called demystifying the mystifying series, where confusing group words are maintained as separate lists, right? So that at one stretch you will be able to learn and memorize many words, right? That is also one effective techniques to learn vocabulary. The sad thing about learning vocabulary is that there are many words, we can say them as homonyms, right? They sound alike, but then they're entirely different in their meanings, right? So those kind of words, and many words look very similar, but the meaning will be very different, right? So in your exam there are high chances these kind of words will confuse you, right? So that particular playlist is only to make sure that you won't be confused with those kind of words whenever you come across those kind of words in your exam. Our last word for this lecture is refulgent. Refulgent is an adjective meaning shining very brightly. Example: Tom has refulgent blue eyes. In the picture you can see the eyes are very shiny, right? So that is called refulgent. Refulgent means shining very brightly. So this is it for this lecture. Thank you.